great, I like this game, I'd be like, that's all I need, right? But if someone was like rude or whatever, I'd be like, I don't need this, I'm leaving. Ash gets so mad at me, but we don't eat out too much, but when we eat out, I'm a pretty generous tipper. Because we have kids, and kids are annoying, and I get it. So I'm gonna do like 20% regard, and I'm gonna pay tip cash too, which I know is like preferred to them. But if they're like bad, I'm either gonna do all or nothing, and I'm sure I'm gonna get super flamed for this. But if someone's like truly bad and they're not busy, I'm just like, I'm not tipping. Like, I will literally tip 20, 25, 30%. I used to go to Evergreen Diner across the street from CIB and get a breakfast for like $4 and just leave a $10 bill and be like, you know, here, I'm gonna literally tip 100% because like this is so cheap. But if they were like truly bad, or if they like, I feel like if someone has kids and the kids are younger, you're like, hey, I'm gonna get the kids food in first. I'm gonna get them food and drinks so they're not annoying, right? And if they like totally didn't do that and we had to deal with like the fact that the kids were super hungry and they were like just wasting around, I'd be like, yep, okay.
Yeah, seriously.
It's decided, sorry.
Nothing I can do.
Sorry for that. And then I'm sure my thing was posted on Reddit. I mean, probably not, but whenever they have those receipts where it's like $40 bill, no tip. And that causes everyone on every social media to get into the biggest argument ever. Tipping threads are my favorite type of threads, probably in the world.
It just sucks that tipping culture is even a thing in America.
I know. And then you get everyone who's not from America and they're like, this isn't a thing, you know?
Yeah. But like, it's just, you can't avoid it because they do not pay the workers enough. It's such a bizarre system to be like, okay, you can be a waiter here. Your official hourly wage is like $3, but you get to keep all your tips.
Yeah.
But if like you are under the threshold of the tip to your minimum wage, like if it doesn't reach like actual minimum wage, they can ask for like the difference.
They automatically bump you up to minimum wage. I assume that it's an unwritten thing that if a server is so bad that they don't get enough tips to even get the minimum wage, they're probably going to be fired.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a thing, but I assume.
Well, like most of these restaurants are making like huge profits. I mean, they're just serving food. I mean, they have to pay like chefs and all the staff and the waiters and buying food and everything. But like food is like one of the highest profit margin things. Like they probably sell things for like 1,000% more than
I learned from Bar Rescue actually that food cost is 30%. So in a good restaurant. So if you buy a burger for 10, it costs them 3. Again, in a good restaurant.
Yeah. But in a good restaurant, it's probably like 40.
Yeah. Draft beer is like 25. No, bottled beer is 25%, and draft beer is 20%. So, and mixed drinks are even higher. That's why the ultimate thing they want you to do is get a cocktail and get like a more premium food. Because that's going to get them the max. If you're like, I want a bottled beer or something like that, that's a bottled, like, imported beer would be, like, the least profit margin thing for that.
I'd like some bread and water. Okay, goodbye.
Yeah. I learned a lot of stuff from Bar Rescue. NGL, not gonna lie. Like, here's something I learned from Bar Rescue. Never gonna open up a bar or restaurant. Whenever I see, like...
Especially in America, like, getting an alcohol license... we're one of these garbage states that you need alcohol licenses. Well, and, like, they don't even issue new ones. You have to buy pre-existing ones. And they go for so much.
In Pennsylvania, say, hypothetically, there's 10,000 liquor licenses. They never make any new ones. So when a place goes under, or a place decides to sell whatever... They could sell the liquor license for probably as much or close to, like, the entire restaurant. If they're going to do that separately. there's other weird, like, there's all states are different. It's so weird. Florida has a different kind of license. They have a license where you can not only serve alcohol, but you can sell full bottles if you have like a Class C license or whatever it's called. It's really weird. One of the bar rescue ones, they were like, oh, you have a Class C license, so you can just literally, essentially be what we call the state store in Pennsylvania, because like, liquor bottles are only sold by the state of Pennsylvania, I'm pretty sure.
I think so, yeah.
Whereas a liquor license, you could go and get like a mojito or
I don't even think they sell wine.
Just what I thought.
I think
yeah, wine
is
and
like,
liquor.
House call.
It's so weird. It's actually, if we would have recorded this like 5-7 years ago, there would be, it's opening up more, like, Sheet sells 6-packs, other places can sell 6-packs to go now.
Weiss does too.
Weiss does too, yeah. Although the rules are so weird, it's like, it has to be a 6-pack, can't be a case. If you want a case of beer, you gotta go to the distributor. But if you want a 6-pack, I think beer distributors don't even carry 6-packs anymore, at least the ones that I've been into. I barely drink, but...
When I was like in my early 20s, when I was in my dude, let's get drunk Lamau stage, I'd get like the worst, cheapest trash, like Steel Reserve, because it has high alcohol, but it tastes like piss. It's just like, man, I can't believe I put my body through that.
One of my favorite things...
Getting drunk isn't even good.
No, it's really lame. At least in my opinion, as someone who barely ever does it. One of my favorite things of all time was the COVID rules. Do you remember that for anything alcohol related? When places like the Hilltop, which was a local bar that doesn't exist anymore, they would post like, hey, you can order up to, I specifically remember, they were like, you can order up to a gallon of mixed drinks for like a pickup. So you could like do like a car side pickup and they'd be like, here's your gallon of mixed drinks, but you can't do any more. But you can't, or it was a half gallon or a liter or whatever it was. But imagine being like, can I have a liter of mojito, please?
But yeah, it's just another case of stupid nanny state laws that don't make any sense, and no one changes them because like, I don't want to be the person to change
I
it.
sense the master
That was cool.
Whoa.
Whoa! That's really cool. Boing.
I almost wanted it to like soft lock the game.
Does it? Yeah, it auto saves. Yeah. I was like, does it auto save?
Sky deck in this sucks.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. But yeah, Pennsylvania is one of the weirdest ones. Ashley's from Las Vegas, Nevada, and of course Nevada has like crazy, like, lean liquor laws. Like, of course in Las Vegas you can just walk around just drinking like a mojito. You can just walk around the strip. Whereas other states, they call them, like, brown paper bag laws, so you can, like, drink in public, but you have to, like, have it, like, in a brown paper bag. It's really weird. I don't know if you can drink in public in PA, or maybe it's one of the brown paper bag ones.
I don't know.
Whoa!
Whoa! What the heck?
That was awesome. I think the lamest part about living in America is that it is the United States of America. And that being said, all 50 states have sometimes vastly different laws about, like, normal stuff. Like, it's weird to think for... I don't know if anyone here is not American, anyone watching. But it's weird that if someone broke into your house and you shot them in certain states, you would be, like, completely liable if they died or whatever. And in other states, they'd be like, yep, doesn't matter, stand your ground, castle doctrine. Not to make it a gun thing, but more of just like a, that's so crazy. How you can go to like the next state over and they're like, you're going to jail for life. And then you go to like Texas and it's like, you're not even going to court. We don't even have to hear it. You know what I mean? Like, it's really weird.
One of the weirdest laws, not in America, but in, of course in China, there's a law that if you save someone, like if you save their life from like an accident, you have to pay for their bills, for their medical bills. So if you ever see like weird stuff of like, I don't want to get super into it, but if you ever see really weird Chinese like like videos of people like not wanting to save each other, it's literally because
Is
of
that
law.
why? Because
Yeah.
those videos are always so weird.
Yeah.
You know,
it always just seems like they're like all just out for themselves, but it's literally because if they help anyone, they have to pay them for their medical bills.
What kind of like weird? I mean, without going into too much, but what kind of a weird law is that?
It is just bizarre.
That reminds me of kind of, although it's worse, the finale of Seinfeld, the Good Samaritan law, where they're like, if you see someone, what is it? Someone was getting mugged, and Jerry and the gang were just like, nope, we're not helping. We don't want to. And then they got put in jail for a year for that. I like the finale of Seinfeld. I know a lot of people don't, but it's like it's like the best type of clip show possible. And given that so many things that I love have stuck around for way too many years and have just become awful versions of themselves, like Family Guy, like Simpsons, all that kind of stuff, it's nice to see something that was like, yeah, we're good. It's a very English way to take it. You know how in England they'll be like, hey, there's a super popular show like the original Office, and they're like, it's 10 episodes long. That's it. They might do like a special, which is like kind of like a half movie. Whereas in America, they're like, oh, the main star Steve Carell left. Let's try to get a couple of more seasons out of this. Completely different.
This stage sucks because everything is based off this stupid tilting gimmick, but you just have to go back to this thing and then tilt it the right way to open up a passage. Oh, wait, is that right? Yeah, it is. And then the physics get so screwed up. You see how like fast I'm falling now? It doesn't make any sense how it works.
I think they'd even have a hard time like nowadays getting this right.
Crap is this thing? Get off the wall!
Is it the next one?
This one? Is this enemy? It's not this enemy.
Oh, it's that enemy.
Okay. Probably should have checked this first. Oh well. Okay, one more. I mean, this is the last stage, but it is so janky. It is so janky and awful.
Yeah, the physics is just really tough to do.
What the heck is this thing?
In a weird way, this is taking us back a couple years, but the physics for this kind of reminds me of Cold Fear. Remember that game? Where you're on the ship and the ship's like bowing left and right? Kind of. Obviously, you don't have to find...
Straight up, okay. How do I get straight up?
Set it to normal?
Yeah, I mean, I probably have to, but I really don't want to. Just, yeah! Do that. Okay. Oh, it's right there. Cool.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
The physics!
Don't jump! Yeah, you jumping right there. The game did not know what to do. Wow, that is a tough one.
Good enough.
We got 30, lads.
Last missing piece. All right.
Oh,
Look, he's still moving. He's moving.
Restore the master.
Literally, it can't even figure it out in game.
I just don't know what they were thinking with the stupid tilt mechanic. It's just, how could Sonic Team look at that and be like, yep, ship it. Should just remove the entire thing.
I mean, people do like to say new bad, old good, but there are some things about newer games that is better for sure.
Yeah. Like this game, it has a lot of charm. It's very rough.
Oh no, not again.
Wow, I can't believe Knuckles. I mean, it
What
makes
is the
sense.
meaning of this?
He is an echidna,
Yeah.
but 3 flashbacks.
one of my greatest, one of the things I miss most about newer games is essentially the middle class of games. I pretty much specialize nowadays in finding 6 or 7 out of 10 games, if that makes sense. Like, Ghost Hunter, Cold Fear, stuff like that, where it's like, not even close to a classic, not even close to a great game. It's like a 6 or a 7, it's good with a lot of flaws. Games like that really don't exist nearly as much nowadays. A game's either going to be like a 9 or 10 out of 10, like a Red Dead 2 or a Final Fantasy 16, or like an absolute nightmare. Like Gotham Knights or something like that, like a 2 or 3 out of 10.
It's more like
yeah, really. I mean, they still exist, but it's like weird games, like Deep Silver published games.
Right, right.
Like Dead Island 2 is like a 6 out of 10, but like also they put like a ton of time and money into it.
Yeah, I guess I should say 6 or 7 out of 10. It's the middle class. It's not an indie game, but it's not like a high budget game.
Yeah.
Again, like a Ghost Hunter.
Single A definitely barely exists. Whoops.
Kind of like Blood Will Tell, although Blood Will Tell's better than a 6 or 7 out of 10 in my opinion. But like stuff like that. Even something like a Fear Effect is like, you know, Fear Effect's not a 9 or 10 out of 10 game. It has way too many problems, but it's so unique in its double A kind of ness. 6 or 7 out of 10. I just missed that. And the only system you're really going to find that on is the Switch. Or Steam. But Steam's even worse. I try to find like random 6 or 7 out of 10 games on Steam. And I either find like brand new $60 games or like $1 the worst game ever made in the history of the world kind of thing. It's really hard to find that middle.
There's so
class.
many asset flips all over Steam.
It is absolutely ridiculous. Chaos 6, baby.
Yeah, and this one, so Sonic can use the Lightspeed Dash to do double damage to Chaos 6, but Knuckle can't, so we actually have to hit him 4 times.
Hey, Sonic! There you are, Knuckles. About time. I will return. Hey, man, come back.
Oh yeah, and this, Sonic literally already beat Chaos 6, but you just have to do it again as Knuckles.
Now, I must return to Angel Island and the Master Emerald. No,
Okay.
it can't be. I guess he didn't get enough the first time. You can't stop me from restoring the Master Emerald.
Do. The only difference is that the stupid floor is, broken. That's it. But no cheap 2-hit kills.
Yeah, I kind of like... I mean, I do like the idea of facing Chaos over and over again. It is a bit of a shame that the only bosses are Robotnik and Chaos. Oh, no, wait, never mind. I'm wrong on that. You also fight all the E102 ones. Never mind. I take that back.
Yeah, I guess that counts.
Because that is pretty unique. And... wait, was Amy's final boss Chaos?
No, it was, the Russian bot.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, no, I take that back. There is a pretty good variety of that. I guess just, there are a lot of boss fights in this game, and, nice. And fighting Chaos over and over again gets a little old.
Is that all you've got?
Except for the final Chaos, which is Kino as all get out.
It sure is.
I know it's a little janky, like how you have to do it and everything, but it is absolutely.
And one other thing I'll say is,
setup.
I know I've kind of downplayed Sonic Adventure 2 a bit, but the final boss in that game is also true Kino.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. It's a shame that we can't do it as an LP because
I don't know. The problem is
there's
that
a lot of garbage to it.
the thing that I have to do to LP that game is memorize all the treasure hunt stages. Because some of those stages you can legitimately be stuck on for like 10 plus minutes. And if I did that in an LP, it would be so boring and I'd be frustrated and no one would be having fun. That's the main reason. Because the mech stages, as much as I think they're kind of mid, you can just blast through them in a couple minutes apiece. And the Sonic and Shadow stages are truly good. It's just memorizing the treasure hunt stages, but there's like 12 of them. But yeah, if I do Sonic Adventure 2, it won't be anytime soon. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
of course. Knuckles used that Gorilla Glue and got everything good to go.
Oh yeah. Doesn't it?
Wait, it looks... Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
I was gonna say, it looks complete.
We did it.
This should do it. Perfect.
Although, I don't know the lore of this game because I don't care, but it seemed like Chaos was like inside the Master Emerald,
And the island have
but
been
now
restored.
he's not? What's the point of the Master Emerald now?
I
guess the Master Emerald was like a plot point in 3. Eggman wanted it for some reason. I guess it's just powerful.
I guess my main worry is, I understand Knuckles is the protector of it, but the Master Emerald was destroyed by Chaos Zero in like 1 second. So it's like, you're protecting this thing that is like...
Oh, do you remember how it breaks in Sonic Adventure 2? It's even more pathetic.
No, I don't.
It's, Eggman tries to steal it, and then Knuckles just goes and punches it and explodes into a billion pieces.
I mean...
So Knuckles himself just punches it.
I get a lot of stuff is, a lot of stuff that's worth, you know, taking care of is very fragile. I get it, but that's very fragile for like, hey, this is the thing that,
I'll probably
what does
be
it,
on
what
this
does it,
floating
what does it do
island
again?
forever.
It keeps yin and yang together. I don't know.
Guarding the Master Emerald again.
It keeps the world in peace. All right, the thing that keeps the world in peace, Chaos can come by and just go, ugh,
I may not know the
and then it
whole
breaks into a
story
billion
behind
pieces.
this.
I think there's some more lore about the Chaos
But
Emerald
perhaps
than
it's better that way.
Frontiers. But I think the lore
I'm
is
at
that
peace
literally
once
space
more.
aliens.
Aww.
And like Chaos was like based off aliens that look like Chaos but more like human limb-like. The song is Kino, but skip.
It's not as good as Big the Cat one.
That came on today, and I was like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, I put that. I think the Sonic Adventure 1 and the Sonic Adventure 2 one on, because you gotta do it. I honestly forgot. I was like, oh yeah, Spotify has essentially everything. Like, I want to listen to the Sonic Adventure 1 soundtrack. It's on there, you know. So I was like, yeah, why don't I do this? Question of the part, because we're in a new part for sure. What is your favorite, or one of your favorite video game soundtracks? I will start, and off the top of my head, the one I've listened to the most,
All systems
Mega Man
go
X.
full speed
Mega Man
ahead.
X1. It is just fantastic.
Possibly my favorite Super Mario RPG.
Super Mario RPG is also amazing.
What's this?
Done by the same lady who did Kingdom Hearts, which also has pretty good music. Saga Frontier 1, for me, I don't even think that's a nostalgia thing. I just think it's like really good music.
It's genuinely good.
Yeah, with
As generic of an answer it is, but also Final Fantasy VII for
yes.
sure.
I've been playing, like I said, Final Fantasy IX, and Final Fantasy IX's music is also very good. I mean, Nobuo Uematsu could do like no wrong for like a 15-year period. The battle theme in FF9 is just awesome.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick between 7, 8, and 9. I think 8 has the highest highs. Like, if you were, like, pick one song of any FF game, I'd be like, okay, Balam Garden, or maybe Fisherman's Horizon, or
Even
maybe
8's boss theme is also
yeah, the boss theme.
amazing.
But it also has, in my opinion, the lowest lows. because it has a lot of stuff that's just very, like, not boring, but very, like, not much to it.
Atmospheric.
Atmospheric, yeah. Whereas 7's definitely the most iconic, and I think 9 is just really well-rounded.
I've been really thinking about doing an FF8 LP, but I just don't know if it's possible and, like, not take an entire year.
You would just have to do...
I would definitely do an initial level run.
Yeah.
That's really not hard. You just need to have card mod a little early.
I guess it depends on what you want to do. If you want to do a lot of side quests.
Yeah, I would want to do... I really do want to do Triple Triad and all the Guardian Force side quests. But other stuff, I guess, doesn't really matter. That's a game that you don't have to do random encounters. I could do drawing off screen. I could, because of how the game works, bosses wouldn't even be that hard. But
I would accept it.
It's one of those things, I want to do it. I just gotta plan it more. It's just been in the back of my head a couple, like, months now.
Yeah, it would be very boring to just sit down and be like, we're just going through. You would have to have each week, like, this is the natural stopping point.
Yeah.
Or...
So that's why...
You get to a natural stopping point, and you have another save file ready to go.
Yeah.
So, we've done games like that before, I know.
Yeah, and I do a lot of stuff off screen. I might even do, like, the PC version where I can,
I would feel like you would have to, especially if you do stuff off screen, the ×3.
Yeah, and just do...
Or times whatever speed.
Yeah, the speed up, and also... There's, like, things where you can just, like, edit stuff just to save me time.